Thank you for joining me today. We are on lesson 191 of Course in Miracles workbook. Hope you guys are doing well. And thank you. I just want to say thank you for sticking this out. Whether it's watching my channel or doing this on your own or subscribe to other channels, it doesn't really matter. The more we do this work, we can feel the healing within ourselves and it reverberating throughout, like through the atmosphere, across the planet, in our communities. So, but if you're with me, I am just so grateful that we can try and get through these together, because it could sometimes feel a little like, what's happening? But I trust that you are waking up more and more, little by little. But it is going to be a matter of just like persevering and sticking with this. It feels good. It just feels good. Okay. Lesson 191. I am the Holy Son of God Himself. Here is your declaration of release from bondage of the world. And here as well is all the world released. You do not see what you have done by giving to the world the role of jailer to the Son of God. What could it be but vicious and afraid, fearful of shadows, punitive and wild, lacking all reason, blind, insane with hate? What have you done that this should be your world? What have you done that this is what you see? Deny your own identity, and this is what remains. You look on chaos and proclaim it is yourself. There is no sight that fails to witness this to you. There is no sound that does not speak of frailty within you and without. No breath you draw that does not seem to bring you nearer death. No hope you hold but will dissolve in tears. 1 year, I was not on this lesson, but it's amazing how things will start to come undone in the mind in the best way possible. And I was on a morning walk, and there's certain people that always seem to be a focal point for me, that kind of are in the jar, that absolutely trigger me, or I maybe are still holding on some, that I'm holding on or was holding on to some hurt, and a little bit of like betrayal, and was working through it, knew at an intellectual level that none of it's real. None of it's real. None of it really like meant anything or means anything. But for whatever reason, I could not let go of these certain individuals, and they were unrelated to, in circumstance, just completely unrelated as their, fictional selves. Anyways, and on this morning walk, I just had this like thought come through my mind, or vision of me opening the jail cell doors and letting them out one by one. And that vision came, I'm sure I'd already done this lesson, but I didn't think of this lesson. But it's incredible how sometimes Spirit will do whatever it can to help your mind really undo the chains, to unlock people from the chains that we have tied them to. We have closed the prison cell doors on them and said, you must stay in here, in this cage, in this box, because you are this type of person. I cannot trust you, and you did this to me. Therefore, it's better that I look on to those that are loving, but I'm going to leave you guys in the jail cell. And let me tell you, a brother is a brother is a brother is a brother. Anybody in that jail cell, you yourself are in that jail cell with them. And even the ones that you find to be loving and great and high vibing and not problematic, they're right there with you. Because when you've got one or more in that jail cell, you are putting us all there, including Christ. So I had this vision of just unlocking the cell doors, and one by one fictional character at a time, as I call them, by their names in my mind, that particular person with that particular personality and that particular birth name that they were given, I just let them out one by one. And it did feel like a release, a physical release coming off my chest, off my back, my shoulders. Now, I'll be honest, I've put them back in there every now and then, because if I'm triggered by a memory, just a memory, not even seeing them, there's been enough distance, physical distance in this physical time and space where it's memories now that might trigger me, and I put them right, and if I'm getting triggered, I'm putting them right back into the jail cell. And I have to kind of do the practice over again, but do it over and over again. Whatever works to release yourself from the chains of bullshit. And you are releasing them, and you are seeing them beyond their body, but beyond their fictional character of ego, knowing that who they were to you was not real. No value. Didn't happen. Release them. So when I hear the jailer and its son, I'm like, yeah, I absolutely can remember that image I had of actually physically, like not physically, but in my imagination, opening the cell doors with a key as if I'm some prison guard, opening the door and saying, you are free. You are free. You do not belong in here any longer. And it was, wow. Okay. Deny your own identity and you will not escape the madness which induced this weird, unnatural, and ghostly thought that mocks creation and that laughs at God. It's incredible. That's why sometimes it feels very dark when we allow our mind to conjure up really dark images of another individual. And it's almost frightening, like a horror movie. Our mind is so powerful and can create and miscreate, and it feels so far removed from God, and that's why it feels so scary and dark. But like a flick of a light switch, you can flick on your mind to go the other way. You can, just like that, like a light switch, boom. Deny your own identity and you assail the universe alone, without a friend, a tiny particle of dust against the legions of your enemies. Deny your own identity and look on evil, sin, and death, and watch despair snatch from your fingers every scrap of hope, leaving you nothing but the wish to die. Very scary. It can be, if we don't kind of corral our minds back to the loving, peaceful space, the thoughts of God. The thoughts of God. That's where we really have to make that effort and be so aware and mindful of what's coming in and what's going out. Yet what is it except a game you play in which identity can be denied? You are as God created you. All else but this one thing is folly to believe. In this one thought is everyone set free. Set them free. Let them go. Unlock the jail cell doors. In this one truth are all illusions gone. In this one fact is sinlessness proclaimed to be forever part of everything, the central core of its existence and its guarantee of immortality. But let today's idea find a place among your thoughts, and you have risen far above the world and all the worldly thoughts that hold it prisoner. And from this place of safety and escape, you will return and set it free. For he who can accept his true identity is truly saved. And his salvation is the gift he gives to everyone in gratitude to him, who pointed out the way to happiness that changed his whole perspective of the world. One holy thought like this and you are free. You are the Holy Son of God himself, and with this holy thought you learn as well that you have freed the world. You have no need to use it cruelly and then perceive this savage need in it. You set it free of your imprisonment. You will not see a devastating image of yourself walking the world in terror, with the world twisting in agony because your fears have laid the mark of death upon its heart. Be glad today how very easily is hell undone. You need but tell yourself, I am the Holy Son of God himself. I cannot suffer, cannot be in pain. I cannot suffer loss, nor fail to do all that salvation asks. I'm going to repeat that. I am the Holy Son of God himself. I cannot suffer, cannot be in pain. I cannot suffer loss nor fail to do all that salvation asks. And in that thought is everything you look on wholly changed. A miracle has lighted up all dark and ancient caverns where the rites of death echoed since time began. For time has lost its hold upon the world. The Son of God has come in glory to redeem the lost, to save the helpless, and to give the world the gift of his forgiveness. Who could see the world as dark and sinful when God's Son has come again at last to set it free? You who perceive yourself as weak and frail, with futile hopes and devastated dreams, born but to die, to weep and suffer pain, hear this. All power is given unto you in earth and heaven. There is nothing that you cannot do. You play the game of death, of being helpless, pitifully tied to disillusion in a world which shows no mercy to you. Yet when you accord it mercy, will its mercy shine on you. Then let the Son of God awaken from his sleep, and opening his holy eyes, return again to bless the world he made. In error it began, but it will end in the reflection of his holiness. Thank God. God, it feels so good. And he will sleep no more and dream of death. Then join with me today. Your glory is the light that saves the world. Do not withhold salvation longer. Look about the world and see the suffering there. Is not your heart willing to bring your weary brothers rest? They must await your own release. They stay in chains till you are free. They cannot see the mercy of the world until you find it in yourself. They must await your own release. They stay in chains till you are free. This is exactly what I was talking about with the jailer and the inmates, the cell people, whatever, the prisoners. It's the longer you keep them in that box, you are keeping yourself in that box. You're keeping all of your loved ones in that box. You are proclaiming that they are being judged. You are judging them. God is judging them. They are filled with sin. And if they are sinful, that means you are looking at yourself as sinful. When you can empty yourself, you empty them, and then you start emptying the cell. You empty that cell of this seeming illusion of sin. You forgive them all. You release yourself. You release God. You release Christ. You release your loved ones. You release your dog who's done nothing, and you release the ones you think have done you dirty, have done you wrong. They have miscreated, as so have we. Release them all. Empty those cells. Empty those boxes of miscreation, of lack of vision. We were blind. Release them all and you will see. And that, my friend, is the miracle. And then there's more miracles, because the only thing you will be seeing are miracles. Release them all. They suffer pain until you have denied its hold on you. They die till you accept your own eternal life. You are the Holy Son of God Himself. Remember this, and all the world is free. Remember this, and earth and heaven are one. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Lesson 191. I am the Holy Son of God Himself. Thank you so much for joining me in this lesson today. I love you. God bless you. Till tomorrow's lesson. Take care.